Sugar. Why sweetness feels safe. Sugar feels innocent, sweet, harmless. But for centuries, sugar reshaped economies, empires, and bodies. Not slowly, violently. Sugar may be the most successful addiction in human history, and most people don't even notice it. Sugar rewired the world, not just taste, trade. Sweetness feels harmless, soft, comforting, and rewarding. A child tastes sugar for the first time and eyes widen. The body leans in. Before thought, pleasure arrives, and the wish for repetition begins. Sweetness used to follow effort. You searched for fruit or honey. Then came the taste. Sweet, energy. The brain marked the moment. A reward. Remember this. This is good. Today, sweetness requires almost no effort. You don't need to search or climb or break open a hive. In the United States, sugar is everywhere. Breakfast, cereal, sauces, drinks. Processed food hides sweetness behind salt and fat. You didn't add it. It arrived before you did. And when sweetness is everywhere, the body forgets it was once a reward. In Japan, sweetness moves differently. A small sweet appears beside tea, a piece of mochi, or a delicate wagashi. You take one bite, then you drink the tea. Bitter, warm. The sweet arrives with bitter tea. One lifts the other. Sugar doesn't flood the mouth. It touches it, then disappears. In France, sweetness has a place. Not everywhere. At the end, the meal slows, plates disappear, and then a dessert arrives. Maybe a tart, maybe a small pastry from the boulangerie. Sweetness closes the table. In other places, sweetness travels through the whole day. In Brazil, sweetness gathers people. A tray moves around the room. Brigadeiros. Little chocolate spheres rolled by hand. Dessert doesn't stay in the kitchen. It travels through conversation. Sugar signals something simple. You're welcome here. 3 tables, 3 ways of tasting sweetness. Same molecule, different rhythm. But for most of history, sugar wasn't everywhere. It was a luxury. In the 17th and 18th centuries, Europe wanted more of it, much more. Ships crossed the Atlantic again and again. Across the Caribbean and the Americas, plantations expanded to keep the sweetness flowing. Enslaved labor sustained production and fueled colonial expansion. Sugar was harvested by enslaved hands. Back in the day, men were chained so someone else could sweeten tea. Sweetness at one end, suffering at the other. There was a time when only the wealthy served sugar, a small bowl beside the tea, a quiet signal of status. The sweetness built wealth in distant capitals, but the fields where it grew rarely tasted that prosperity. The consumer tasted refinement. The producer endured brutality. The same crystal, different reality. Fields in one continent, tables in another. The exchange was global, but the balance was not. And the craving didn't slow. As more sugar arrived, people used more of it. Abundance of sugar began to look like progress. But biology did not adjust as quickly as markets did. The brain still thinks sugar is rare. So, when sugar hits the tongue, the brain reacts quickly. Energy, reward. Remember this. Seek it again. This feels good. But in modern times, the sweetness never really stops. It's everywhere. And when reward for the brain becomes constant, something shifts. The wanting grows, but the satisfaction doesn't. A bite here, a drink there, the same sweetness, different rhythm. Sugar also carries meaning. You see it at celebrations. A wedding cake cut in front of everyone. Sweets passed around during festivals. A small dessert after a child is born. Across many cultures, sweetness marks the good moments. Joy, fortune, a beginning. People say it without thinking. May your life be sweet. But sweetness does something else too. It softens what would otherwise be hard to swallow. A spoon of sugar in bitter coffee. A little sweetness in medicine. Even difficult words can arrive wrapped in sweetness. Because sweetness doesn't only celebrate. Sometimes it hides the bitterness underneath. If you travel, you notice it quickly. You expect one level of sweetness. You find another. A drink tastes stronger. A dessert arrives earlier. Your palate adjusts. Not because sugar changed, because culture organizes it differently. Food companies know exactly how much sweetness keeps you coming back. Not to harm you, to keep you returning. Ultra-processed foods are engineered for craving. Someone tested how sweet it had to be, so you'd reach again. The sweetness lingers longer than hunger, and no one forced your hand. Products are engineered to hit bliss points, precise combinations of sugar, fat, and salt that maximize palatability. You might reach again, and you don't know why. It's sugar, honey. You think you're choosing what to crave, and maybe it's easier to believe that. But by the time you notice the craving, the room was training it long before you noticed. And every craving feeds a market. Sugar rarely arrives alone now. It travels with other things: packaging, advertising, habit. A sweet drink in the afternoon, or a snack between meetings. A dessert that doesn't even feel like dessert anymore. What was once saved for celebration appears on an ordinary Tuesday. After a while, you don't notice the sweetness the same way. You reach for more, because your body got used to it. The signal is still there, but the satisfaction fades faster. One day, your jeans feel tighter, and maybe you didn't like it. The change is slow. You check the mirror, nothing obvious, just small changes, easy to dismiss. But sweetness has been arriving every day, quietly, for years. Now, the response begins. Labels change, menus adjust. People talk about cutting back. History moves again. From scarcity to abundance to restraint. You didn't choose your first taste for sweetness. You absorbed it before you understood it. You inherited it without asking. Sweet meant safe long before it meant dangerous. Sweet means safe, reward, love. Sweetness comforts, sometimes more than it should. Sweetness doesn't just taste good, it feels familiar. A white grain, a simple pleasure. But in the way you consume it, you reveal what your culture taught you about reward, about indulgence, about celebration and control. Sweetness isn't the problem. Forgetting to question it is. Comfort can become dependency. Unexamined sweetness is. And once you see the pattern, you begin to ask, What feels good? And what built that feeling? Sweetness can be engineered. Notice what rewards you. The most powerful systems don't forbid, they seduce. Stay awake, especially when something feels harmless. Ask yourself, what feels sweet and why? Is this a celebration or just habit? The next time something tastes sweet, notice what you're really reaching for. When did sweetness stop being rare? Sugar changed taste. It changed agriculture, labor, economies, and slowly, it changed the human body. But sugar rarely travels alone. In kitchens around the world, another ingredient followed: milk. And together, they reshaped how entire cultures eat. Let's walk.